Hello, hello, and welcome to the official release of the Lost City of Ungoro expansion. The first achievement that I want to tackle, now that the new cards are out and everything, is the Death Knight achievement. They're sort of alive. Summon 50 and then 100 undead beasts. And you can see I already have a little bit of progress here because while making progress on the Murloc achievement for the Paladin before the expansion released, I used some adaptive amalgams and it counted for this achievement as well. And that's the main reason I wanted to go ahead and do this, is that I think adaptive amalgams are going to be useful for a couple of these achievements. And because of that, it's going to be difficult to do the other videos without accidentally making progress on this one. So I wanted to go ahead and get the video out of the way for this achievement. Now, it's not a difficult one. It's just there's a number of minions with that are both beasts and undead. You just summon them 100 times. It probably won't even take that long. And I will say, as always, my decks are not necessarily meant to be the most efficient possible way to do it. But one thing that I do not have is the Death Knight quest. Reanimate the Terror, if you complete this quest, does summon an undead beast that when it dies turns into a location, that when it dies turns back into the beast. So this could be a way to get recursive summons of an undead beast. And there's at least one way in Standard where you can copy locations, if nothing else. So you could potentially even get very quick progress that way as long as you can complete the quest. But I don't have the quest, I gotta do something else. So here's what I'm doing. Whenever I use an adaptive amalgam, I like to make sure there's only one in the deck, and I try not to give it reborn unless I'm trying to like fill my deck with little 1/2s, and I'm not usually trying to do that. But it is something that you can recurse over and over and also turn into a minion that is worth something on the field. So I have the adaptive amalgam. I have the rambunctious stuffy, which has rush and gains reborn when you cast a frost spell. So I've put quite a lot of frost spells into the deck as well, because this could be a way to get lots of summons. The Reluctant Wrangler has reborn and a death rattle to summon a 2/2 undead beast with taunt. And then the mutating life form also is all creature types, therefore is a beast and an undead. And then the Bone Chill Stegodon has a death rattle, deal 6 damage to 3 random enemies, and is an undead beast. Now, the Frost version of this you wouldn't really be able to include with the quest, because the quest forces you to have 2 Blood and Unholy. So, if you're using the quest, your deck will look very different from this already. So, the rest of the stuff that I've included: Crypt Map to discover Frost rune cards and potentially get a second one. That's just good value. Blood Tap will help with all of my minions, but ideally I can get the adaptive amalgam hit with this. Brain Gill, specifically to give the adaptive amalgam draw a card on Death Rattle to help get through the deck faster. Corpsicle to help give the rambunctious stuffy reborn at a repeatable frost spell. Frost Strike to also generate more frost rune cards if possible. Harbinger of Winter to draw frost spell. Poison Breath, I would very much like at least one of these to hit the amalgam, but of course, if nothing else, it's also pretty decent to put on your hero power undead. Sun Fury Protector, specifically to give the amalgam taunt. Chill Felon Baron to get through my deck faster. Escape Pod, specifically to give the amalgam rush. Nightmare Lord Xavius, it would be nice to hit the amalgam with a dark gift of some kind, but I mean, I don't have anything in my deck that I wouldn't want to hit and give a dark gift. Remorseless Winner, a Frostspell end draw, and Endbringer Umbra. So 5 friendly death rattles could be the Bone Chill Stegodon, the Reluctant Wrangler for even more undead beasts, could give things +1/+1 in rush, could draw cards. But yeah, all this put together, let's see how it works out.
Foxy versus Gul'dan.
I'll be mine.
Underestimate me at your peril.
I don't have very many minions in the deck. I'd like to see some of them. But not those ones necessarily. We'll see how it goes.
Come closer, critters.
That seems a good candidate to give myself a Frost Rune. There's a Rambunctious Stuffy, and sure, I'll go ahead and pick one of those. It is an undead beast, it'll make progress. And I'll just go ahead and do the thing. Especially since it survives and I could potentially give it Reborn next turn. I guess not, but I do get to get something. I'll give the Adaptive Amalgam charge. That seems fine.
Job's done. You shall not win.
Well, I can give him charge. I can give him poison. I can kill that. And I can even have something to help draw.
Feel devastation.
And press damage.
I'm gonna win big.
Alright, I'll go ahead and kill that before I get some damage in, and I will take this opportunity to cast one of my highest cost cards.
Job's done.
Cute. I'll have another one of those, sure, and then that will even get me the ability to pick this Frost Strike here.
Shatter their bones.
A dream come true.
The citadel stands strong.
Shatter their bones.
I guess there's not really, well, yeah, there's not really much point in doing anything but that, huh?
Can't stand the cold.
Come closer, critters.
Okay, let's go ahead and use that to draw.
Shatter
Use
their
that to draw. Use that to draw. And I guess I'll put a mutating life form out there.
You're merely a pawn for the puppet master.
The citadel stands strong.
I will get it back. Unfortunately, I won't be able to kill it this turn, but
Action. Hat. Perfection. Action. Hat. Perfection.
Oh, have you filled out the paperwork?
losing that is unfortunate, but I'm glad I didn't lose the amalgam. So I'll go ahead and do that. Amalgam. I guess I don't have, well, yeah, I don't have anything else that I can really give taunt. But I can.
Each time.
You require my assistance? Aha!
Alright. A death rattle minion that costs 3 or less. Do I have one of those in there? I do. And can I do that? Oh,
I got this.
I better do that actually. Nice, nice. Okay, so boom. It's already got rush, so I don't have to worry about that so much. But I will give it draw a card. I'll put this there.
Get down!
I'll rush that.
Shoo! Shoo! Down!
A dream come true.
Cute, cute. And there are Frost Rune cards that I could play right now, right? I guess I'll go for that one.
My dreadful prey blood!
I found a new source of power.
I'm running out of options.
Hoist the colors!
I am only more deadly.
Ow. Maybe I should have put the adaptive amalgam out. Uh-oh. Yep, there we go. Yeah, I should have put the adaptive amalgam out for one more progress. Or the mute hitting life form. But look at that, I was at 4, so that's 19 in one game. That is not bad at all. I think this deck will do a good job of getting this achievement relatively quickly, and so I am happy to present it to you. Have a good one.